quality of life. Her name is Tajana Biščević-Kozlica, and she's a sport trainer in Nahla. And she has a great success. She has a great success story, and she will speak.
I will stand here because like I'm not so good, and if I go to faint, I'm gonna just hold you. Well, my name is Tajana Biščević-Kozlica. I'm professor of sport. I'm trainer. I work in the fitness of Nahla. I'm also gymnastic coach, and that's segment where I work.
So I hope I can get me inspired to lose weight, inshallah.
Don't say yes. It's a
So they asked me to come here to tell my story. I don't know if it will inspire you, but maybe it will inspire some of you. It's a usual Bosnian story, and maybe some of you are familiar with the situation in our country. So let's hear it out. I was born in a regular Bosnian family. My parents, mom is Christian and my dad is Muslim, but he doesn't act like one. Okay, he's like alcoholic and he's gamble and everything what he shouldn't be. There used to be really elite sports before the war, but war changed many people, and so did my father. So his best friends tried to kill him 3 times, and many other problems came in his life, so he didn't stand the pressure, and he strayed away. He went into the wrong direction. So since the war, he started doing everything that's like illegal, okay? It's nothing unusual in our country, but it's nothing good. So I have 3 brothers. 2 of them didn't finish school because of situation, you know. Only people who had alcoholic in family, they know what it takes and what all situation you get into it. So my brothers, they couldn't take all the trials, and one of them, he quit after 2nd year of high school. The other one quit after 3rd. And I have the younger brother. He was playing in the games until recently. He's the only one who finished high school, alhamdulillah. But I don't know is he going to go to college. Why is this important? It's because I don't accept excuse that you have no future. I don't accept excuse that if you are born in poor family that you cannot succeed. Because you can. It's all up to you. It's all up to what you decide. It's all up to how you see your life. You see, I could give up like my brothers, but it's something inside of me that just pushed me forward. I never wanted to quit because why should I? It's so easy to quit and tell, look, I have nothing, I have disliked family, my father is like this. But that's not excuse. That won't improve situation in our life or in our country. So there was a situation that we never had books for school. That was really tough because we never had books from which we can learn to school, and many of our bad grades come from that. But we passed that on, and we never had like our clothes was always like torn and leaking and stuff, but it doesn't matter, really, it doesn't matter. So, after high school, I get inspired. I don't know how, I want to go to college. So my father wanted me to go to law school so I can become a lawyer. He wanted me to bail him out if he stuck in jail. And I told him that if he's stuck in jail and he did something wrong, I will hunt him down until he gets punished for what he did. It was so funny for him. Then he wanted me to continue with medical high school because I finished medical university because I finished medical high school. But it wasn't where I see myself. I wanted to go to sport. It was so stupid to all of them, to all my family, all my friends. You will never find a job. What will you do? It's not for a girl. I wasn't covered up with them. Yeah. And I just did for it. So I applied up the documents and I was waiting. We had that exam for entrance. And that's the big shock. First, really, really big shock came up because a few days earlier, my father went drinking, yes. And he drank all the money we had. I mean, all. We had nothing. And I didn't even ask, do we have? I just realized that I cannot go to college. It's done. I cannot go. So I went to university, I picked up my documents, and I was grieving, I was angry, I was everything. And then I think about, and I realized that if I will lose 1 year of my life, if I won't go to college, what can I do? So I decided to go to hospital to volunteer. Because I finished medical high school, I can go to volunteer 6 months in hospital. And I did that. So that was my second choice. While volunteering in hospital, I was working as a gymnastic coach in our club. So one day, a young man, he just graduated at Faculty of Sport. He came to our club as a guest, and he asked me like, "Why are you in college?" And I don't know why. I told him, "I don't know, my father drank all the money," and he just looked at me. He didn't realize I'm serious. But he said, "Don't worry, we'll figure out something. Don't worry, we'll figure out something. I mean, I don't even know you. Who are you? You can go to college even with money, especially without money." I just say, "Keep going, you're crazy, man." And that's all. But a few months later, I was training with that professor. I joined into his club, and we were hanging out. And I thought he forgot about it, because I forgot about it. It was so crazy idea, but he didn't. So before months where you can apply for college next year, he told me, "You see, we collect some money for you so you can go to college." What? He said, "Yes, we collect scholarship for you." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." I didn't believe it. I didn't. What do you want? You want my organs or what? But he didn't. He just wanted to send me to college. Why? I mean, what do you have from that? You don't have any use. But that was the first time I met someone that's a real Muslim, that do what Muslims should do and help others without expecting anything. So then, real struggle started. I had to convince my parents to let me go to another town, couple thousands on kilometers away, with someone they don't know, with someone I don't know. I told him he has a wife. He doesn't want to marry me. It's not that. And it was still suspicious because not even them met some good people. But they somehow accepted. So to Sarajevo, I had the exam and I rocked it. I really did. I was, third or fifth on the list, and I didn't even have the extra points for some diplomas for competitions because I never go to any sport club because we didn't have the money to pay, of course. And I started studying. So the first year, he also it. He paid for the whole year my apartment. And he was sending me eventually money for food. And I was thinking about how can I repay it. So I decided I'll do what I do best. I will learn hard. I will be the best in the college. I will make him proud and make everyone to see that they were wrong. That I can make the best. Even though it's a college that everyone thinks has no future. So after first year, I had a score for like 9.4. It was really high score because I never cheated, I never missed my exams. I did all that I had to do without making any, I don't know how to say, but doesn't matter. So I applied for a scholarship. I never get a scholarship, but it doesn't matter. My friends that had score 6, they had 2 scholarships. With 9.4, I never get scholarship. But it doesn't matter again. So I continue.
Allah Akbar.
Second year, I started looking for a job. It wasn't a really nice feeling to knowing that there's a person on the other side of the world sending me money, having his own family. It's not easy. So I decided that I have to work. What will I work? I was looking for a job. There wasn't any job. No one wouldn't give me some job to earn money. So I decided I will think my own job. You don't have to give me a job. I will create my own job and I work. So the first thing I did was I was babysitting. I was looking forward families that need someone to keep up their children, and I was working that. I was working that after my lecture in college. I was doing a second job. I was translating text from English to Bosnian. It wasn't really expert, but it was good. That was second job. And it was really good and helpful for second year. So after second year, they were shocked for all my family, all my friends, all of my colleagues and the facts, because I decided to cover up. How? What? You will never be able to do exercise in the college. You will never finish college. You will never get married. You will never find a job. The usual stupid comments that people give, probably because many of them get used to that when our girls cover up, they just put themselves in the house, they don't go to school, they don't earn, they just close themselves inside the house. That's probably partly our fault. But I'm stubborn, so I continue my way. So I covered up. He was showing my family problem all the way, but I ignored it. So on the third year, I decided that I need a better job so I can finance myself all the way up. So I create a club. I mean, it's like that. I create a club with sport activity for women. I had aerobic, swimming classes, mountain climbing, and all for women. It was really nice. And I had much women because it was a trainer. They were satisfied. I gave them what they want. They see the results, and they were all satisfied. And I get to earn enough money to pay my rent, pay my food, and I was just with a lack of money for school. Fees. Yes. So I was still a bit on the back of that boy, and my parents sent me eventually how much they had. But you know, I'm really weird kind of girl, so I never told them how much do I need. I never ever told them that I need money. Whenever mother asked me, do you have money? I would answer, yes I have. And she asked me, how much? I would say, I have enough. And I didn't have enough, but it's enough, I can live with it. So there was once a funny situation when she figured out that I was hiding something from her. She was asking, do you have money? I said, yes, I have enough. And she said, how much enough? And I was like in the corner because I don't lie, what will I say? I said, well, yesterday I had 1 Cayenne. And she was, what? Yesterday I had 1 Cayenne, but what do I have now? I said, nothing, I'll eat walls. And that was just funny. So she realized that I will never tell her if I don't have money, if I'm hungry and everything. And she just quit that and she just sent me whenever she had and how much she had. So what else? After third year, I actually get married. You know, we usually get married. I get married, but my husband was in Bihać. I was in Sarajevo. I was still studying. I was still working. end of fourth year, there was some new expenditure that you have for diploma, for diploma work and everything else, but we someone collected. It was okay. So I went for my diploma, and I didn't have the gold medal or the silver medal. I earned it, but I never get any of it because all my colleagues, they cheated and they had better score than me. And they were all smiling, they were proudly wearing the gold medal with the score they didn't deserve. It was so hilarious. I mean, why do you brag with it? Because you didn't deserve it. But it's the way people do in Bosnia or anywhere else in the world. And it was hard because none of my family could come to Sarajevo when I was receiving diploma. They didn't have the money. It was really hard, but it's nothing that kills you. So after finishing the college, I had several calls for jobs. So one was in Dubai, yes. I should go to train some of their princess, I don't know, something like that. And several jobs in Sarajevo, and one of the jobs was in Bihać. So I decided to accept a job in Bihać because I did for 2 years what I could to move girls in Sarajevo. I moved many of them learned what they should eat, what they should do in life to stay healthy, to avoid doctors, because it's not just training. While we do training, I educate them. It's not that jump, lose some weight, and go home. We always analyze the diets, food, what they should eat, what they should do to stay healthy. So it will make them
lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
Yes. It will keep them healthy. They won't have to go to the doctor, and that's the important. So I came to Bihać and I started to work in our fitness center in Nahla. And at the beginning there wasn't many girls. I don't know why, but there was some pause and there wasn't many girls. It was weird at the beginning. But soon girls came to fill up the gym. I don't know why, but they told me that they see the result very fast. They see that I exercise with them, I show them other exercises. Because in other gyms, trainer just tell them do this, and they go. It's really boring, and every training do the same exercise. I mean, it's stupid. Who does it? But people really do it. And in our gym, we always did the other exercise, and they were all effective, and they all enjoyed because they see that those exercises gave them a lot of pain in back. They have stronger body, they have better circulation, better concentration, better sleep, and they feel better. So it was okay. And what else we did? It was challenging at the beginning. I wanted to start with new programs that don't even have in Bihać. I was doing it in Sarajevo. It was really effective. But it was challenging to persuade my colleagues that it will work. They were skeptic because they didn't know how will our people react in Bihać. So we started experimentally with that program. It was a really hard program. It was a program that gives result in about 3 to 4 weeks. Lose fat tissue, lose cellulite, gives you strong muscle, and it was everything that people want. So it shows up at a few months that girls are really interested in it because they didn't lose any time. That training takes only 30 minutes, but they love it. So now we have many women in fitness and even more girls in group trainings, and I think they're all satisfied because they can come back. In May, I get inspiration. I always have this kind of stuff. I don't know where it comes from, just it pop up. So I realized that I want to reopen the club we used to have, gymnastic club. I was thinking about, well, I'm repairing the women's, their body, their way of thinking, but what can I do for the younger? Because they will grow up into older person. So someone will have to repair kids. Who will do it? I will do it. So I always give some obligations to myself. So I opened gymnastic club, and in about just 2 months, we already have 30 kids, and they're awesome. They're trying, they're working, and they're really good. And I'm trying also in that club that everyone can join us, not just the one that can pay. It's not expensive, just really cheap monthly payment, but none of it, not everyone have the money. So we have like some rule in our club that who doesn't have the money and want to train gymnastics, he can join our club, and we will exercise for free. It will won't harm us, and we will definitely help our country. So that's another thing. That's another thing where I see that I can help my country. That I will learn that kids that they should do what's right. They come on schedule, some obligations, and some I don't know. And now, not against the working. I finished college. I also finished recently some courses, diplomas, and else. I love going into that stuff. But now I'm struggling with problem that our colleague in the group has. My husband wants to migrate. And I don't want to migrate. I see why they want to migrate. Well, see, I realize that problem is, I think, that's my opinion, that it's how your parents teach you. Because my parents taught me that you have to fight, you have to work, you have to create something for yourself. No one will give you it on your own. You have to show the world that you are worth, so they will give you something. But in his family, they didn't teach him that. They just complain, you have nothing, these countries are like this, blah, 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 blah. You see, like a regular Bosnian people, they just complain, and nothing worked. They didn't even try, and even if they did try, they tried once. And I'm trying to educate him. It's a really hard job, and I don't know will I succeed, but inshallah I will.
Inshallah.
I'm trying to think the idea for him so he can stay. I don't know what else to do. That's the problem, and what else?
I think we are really highly inspired. I don't know. We let us fly very high today.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to miss to give the floor before we close. We need to close today early, inshallah. I shall let people go to their bayram preparation, whatever. But maybe we'll open the floor for a few questions or comments. So Ahmed, بنخليك آخر شيء. I'm sure you're already flying with me. But let us hear from each team what are the any questions from our sister. Your name, sorry, sister.
You can call me Taichi.
What's her name? Tarini? Sister Maliha, what's her name?
Taichi.
Huh? Tayana.
Taichi is something related to sport.
Tayana.
But that I'm very far away, you know.
Like I'm this person.
Okay, any questions? What does it inspire you? Because this is a source of inspiration. But I wanted to comment here. She said, my parents, isn't it strange for you?
Yes.
She said that is, father is unfortunately alcoholic. Also, coming maybe from a highly educated company, parents maybe, okay. But still, she said, my parents brought me this way, and maybe vice versa for her spouse. I would, with all the respect, I would imagine her spouse is me, by the way, because I am like this. I come from a family that don't touch this, don't do this. Always we are really spoiled, rich families and so on. So always we feel that things should come to us. Even a cup of tea should come to me, and make me drink it. So why she said my parents, as if she said a source of inspiration, right? Yes. Why she said that? Just I want any one of you to tell me why she's saying that, even though she had a problem when she grown up يعني when she was growing up.
Because this is a challenge. It was a challenge.
Excellent. They brought her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put her in a family, and this is basically what is Ahmed saying. All of us we say, and up to us we create our destiny. صحيح Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, and the destiny has been written, but He's given you a space. You move through that space. You can choose this direction. So because she had a positive attitude, as you see, I don't care. Okay, that's normal. I'll go over it, and so on. This became for her a source of inspiration. Being from an alcoholic father or from maybe a low or middle class family did not make her stop her dreams. Actually, it brought the fire inside her so that she bring the best out of her. Okay, this is my I think observation about Tiana, right? Tiana. Okay. So any questions for, I think Prof. Amala, she had maybe a comment or... Microphone, وين الميكروفون؟
Here.
You can manage without microphone?
No, thank you.
Oh.
I thought that one part of my life was very difficult and very tough because it's for about 2 years and a half, almost 3 years, I was a refugee, and I passed really a tough period, and it's something that changed me as a person, and I think that sometimes my destiny was very gray, but after this I shouldn't complain.
Yes.
Allah Akbar.
And I speak with you a little bit of my personal and emotion story.